guys, we're going to get started today. So we're going to be learning about qualitative and quantitative observations. So first, I'm going to give you a couple definitions of the terms. Then we're going to do a little mock experiment and look at some examples of qualitative and quantitative observations. And then we're going to do a little fun activity to help us remember what those terms mean. So before we start, is anybody familiar with the terms qualitative and quantitative observations? Yeah, a few of you? Okay, can anybody give me a definition of them? No? Okay, well, let's do it together. So first of all, quantitative and qualitative observations are basically just two different types of observations that you can make while doing a scientific experiment. So qualitative observations are based on your 5 senses, okay? So this could be what you see with your eyes if there's a specific color or a specific shape of what you're observing. It could be what you hear if the object's making some sort of noise. It could be what it tastes like or smells like in certain situations. It could be what it feels like if there's like a texture. So all of those types of observations are based on the quality, okay, of what you're observing. It's very descriptive. And as you can see, the word quality is in the first part of this word, qualitative observations. So quantitative observations are essentially measurable observations that you can make by measuring something, okay? And usually you'll get some sort of numerical value as your observation. So for example, you could measure the temperature of something by using a thermometer. You could measure the volume of a liquid by using a graduated cylinder or a beaker. You can measure the mass of something by putting the object on a balance and weighing it. So all of those different types of observations look at the quantity of something, like a number, right? And as you can see, the word quantity is in the first part of the word quantitative. Quantity, quantitative. Okay, does anybody have any questions about qualitative and quantitative observations? No? Okay, well, let's look at an example. So here we have a little mock experiment. I have 2 flowers with the same type of flower. One is going to receive fertilizer A, and this flower is going to receive fertilizer B, okay? So they're going to grow for a month, and then we're going to take some observations. We're going to look at the flowers and see what we can look at, okay? So who could give me an example of a qualitative observation by looking at these 2 flowers? Anybody? Yeah?
The center of the flowers are white?
Right, the center of the flower is white. So she's looking at the color of the flower. That is a qualitative observation. She's looking with her eyes and saying, okay, this flower looks white. Perfect. So who can give me an example of a quantitative observation, something measurable in these 2 flowers? Anybody? Yeah.
What about using a ruler to measure their height?
Perfect. Perfect. So let's say that this flower grows to like this height. Okay, so we're going to take a ruler, like he said, measure the 2 heights of the flowers and come up with a numerical value, maybe in centimeters. And that value is going to be a quantitative observation. We measured it and came up with a number. Okay, does anybody have any questions now about qualitative and quantitative observations? No? All right, well, let's learn a quick rap that I made up about these 2 types of observations to help us memorize what these types of observations are and to not confuse the 2 because they're pretty similar in name, right? Okay, so I'm going to start a beat, and then I want you guys to continue it. And then I'm going to do the rap for you so you can know what it sounds like. And then afterwards, we're going to try the rap all together, okay? So here's a beat for you. Perfect. Okay. Observing based on quality. What is it? Well, probably what you see, touch, hear, smell. Those 5 senses always tell. Observing based on quantity. What is it? Well, come and see. We got volume, weight, temperature, pressure, basically what you can measure. You guys like it? Yeah? All right, let's give it a try all together. Okay, so I'm going to do the beat with you just to help you guys out. So let's start it and we'll do it together. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Observing based on quality. What is it? Well, probably what you see, touch, hear, smell. Those 5 senses always tell. Observing based on quantity. What is it? Well, come and see. We got volume, weight, temperature, pressure, basically what you can measure. Good job, you guys. All right, that's all we have for today. So I'll see you guys next class.
Thank you.